Lens Tutorial TV, your one-stop hub for learning everything.
You are welcome again to our teaching in Microsoft Excel. Today we are starting lesson 1, introducing you to the interface to the window of Microsoft Excel. As you can see on your screen, you can see a picture of Microsoft Excel window, well labeled from beginning to the end. And I will urge you now to open your Microsoft Excel from your laptop, your computer, your device. I do my own from here. Click Start. From Start, mine is pinned here already, Microsoft Excel. I can also use, I can type if I choose, I can type it here, Excel. There I have it here. Alternatively, I may choose, instead of typing, I can come to all apps, depending on your Windows. Then I scroll down to look for that, Microsoft Excel. There we go here. I click on that. Then it will open for me. While opening, back to the interface here. Just study it briefly. Now it has opened for us. Yours should have opened if you are doing the same thing over there. And what you notice, what you have on the screen at the moment, what you can see on here, and even if you have opened yours, is called workbook. It's called workbook on that spreadsheet, under Excel, workbook. And from being a book, meaning you can have sheets. Look down here, you will see worksheets. Worksheets. You see sheet 1. You see sheet 1. That's worksheet 1. We have under the workbook, you have worksheets. Here we have sheet 1. You can add more sheets. As it is a book, just like a book can have as many pages as possible. Sheet 2, sheet 3, and as many as possible. Look at the sheets. Anyone there can be, you can open any. You can open any. And how do you know the difference between them? Okay, let me type something here, for example. Page 1. Inside it, I call this one page 2, and I call this one page 3. I'm driving at something, just be patient. Page 4. How do you know the one I am? Now that I click here, what is it on the screen? Page 2. When I click here, you see 3. The pages are many. Which page? Which page? The one I am at the moment is the one that will show that anyone you are will show its content. And the one you are is called active sheets. That's what I'm driving at. Try active sheet. This is the active one. If I want to paste, delete, add color, add this, is the one you open on the one that is open down, known as active sheet, that all your operations will be working, your command will be working on. This sheet 4, which I wrote page 4, this sheet 1. Now I've made sheet 1 to be active sheet. Now let's continue from there. Now let's look at the interface perfectly, completely, one by one. Let's look at the label. I will start with quick access. Up here, it's labeled as quick access. You can see my mouse pointer. Quick access here. Up here, quick access. When you open yours, you may not have all this. Meaning I've added something to mine and you can remove. This means what you want, shortcut you want to use every now and then, we show here. Just click on this and you remove and add. Now I'm removing the save. I can bring it back. Oh, I want to be using save always, but let me remove my maybe open, remove quick print. I don't want to print from here. Let me remove new. Now I'm left with only undo here and redo. It depends on you, what you want. This is called quick access. Very quick access. Number 2, we have title bar. Here, title bar. This is where you have your title. Let me go back to the image again for you to see clearly. Well labeled title bar. And here, quick access bar. You can see that up here. Here we have title bar. Back to our sheet, to your sheet. Then we come here. We have this area is called reading. You can see my mouse going reading. Within this reading, we have 3 things. And the reading starts from this home here and so on. Here we have home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, formula tab, data tab, preview tab, view tab, and help tab. From here, under each tab, remember what I said earlier, everything here is called ribbon. And the ribbon is made up of 3 things. Tabs, these are the tabs. Each of tab, when you click on it, you have anything under it, that's tab. You click on this, many things under it, tab. And what you have within the tab, all these things one by one, they are commands. That's number 2. These are commands. And again, after we have tab, within tab we have groups. Meaning the commands are grouped. Here, this group is called clipboard. Everything dealing with clipboard, copying, paste, cards is within here. Here is font group, clipboard group, font group, alignment group, number group, a group of commands doing the same thing. Style, when you come to insert, here we have a tables group, everything dealing with table. Illustrations group, add is group. Here I have charts group, tours group, spark time group, and so on. You go to that one, page layout, the same thing. You have themes, page setup, scale to fit, and so on. Number 1, remember, under the ribbon we have tabs. These are the tabs. Then inside tab you have groups. And under each group we have commands. Under clipboard, these are the commands here. Paste, cut, copy. Under here we have more things. Under the alignment we have its own, merge and center, wrap, and so on. That's about ribbon. Ribbon, remember again, it has three major things: tabs, groups, and command. Now let me come to file tab. File tab. Under this file tab, we call it backstage view. Backstage view. As I click that tab, let me go back again. Look at it. So you can see the front here. But when I click here, before I go to the tab again, this area you are seeing is called grid view or grid area, worksheet area, where you do your work. This tabular something, grid area, worksheet area. When I click file tab, you will see that again. The file tab, when you click, it takes you to backstage area, not worksheet area. This area is called backstage area. Now you cannot see the grids again. Here, the backstage, that's where you can create a new file, open, save with a new name, export, print, and so on. This is backstage view. You get that from tab, file tab. Another thing to know here is the control here. When you have your control tab, when you have your close, minimize, restore, maximize. Let's go back to our picture again. You can see that here, control buttons. control buttons. And I think I talk about file tab, not already file tab. You can trace it here. There's the ribbon I talked about earlier. Ribbon, you can see trade the ribbon. Ribbon. Then back to Excel. Let me delete this at page 1. Back to Excel. Here we have below here we have name box. Here we have formula bar. Here you can see my mouse moving. Formula bar, name box. And this up here you can see label A, B, C, D. These A, B, C, D are your column labels, and where you have the A, B, C, D is called column bar. Column bar. And on your left you see 1, 2, 3. These are the row numbers, where you have your row numbers. From here, this place is called row bar. This is column bar. And in the intercept of a column and row, this is a column, for example. If I click here, can you see? Let me add color to it to differentiate. That color yellow there, and I click on this. I click here. Let me put on that color. Now look at it clearly. Where this yellow crosses this gray, this place, the intercept is called a cell. It's called what? A cell. Where your column crosses your row is called cell. You have many cells. These are the boxes you are seeing. These are different cells. Can you see them? And how do you know the name of a cell? How do you do the naming, referencing? How do you reference them? Is you trace the column where you are and the row. What is the label of this column? H. What is the label of this row? Is 11. Add them together, we have H11. Meaning the name of this cell is H11. Excel knows this as H11. And you see that under name box. Let's go to name box. What do you see here? See my mouse? Name box. What do you see here? H11. Let's click on that place. Now I click here. And what do you see here? Trace it. What is active here? You can see it's active. That's L. Trace it to the right, to the left, you see 17. That's L17. And look here, what do you have here? L17. Beside that, click on that place, trace it by yourself, and check here, they are the same. Again, click on anywhere from your side, trace to the column label, trace to row label. You see, you combine them together and come and check name box. That's what this is, a cell name. These are cells. And that's what we need to know before we put an end to the study today. Back to our graphic. Here you have a status bar. Check your own. You should see it down here. You see ready. Status of your work. The status. As you work, it will give you one thing or the other. This is status. Remember, here we are talking about the worksheets. Here, this is where you have your worksheets. Worksheet region here. And coming down here, we have a zoom control. The zooming area, you see that in our graphic. Zoom control. Then, apart from zoom control, we have a view area, the view control, the view. What type of view do you want? I'm changing my view now. This under view. The names are written there. When you put your mouse, this is a page view, a page break view. This page layout. and this is normal one. And lest I forget, here we have a scroll bar, the vertical one, and here we have the horizontal one. Horizontal. You can scroll down to wherever you want to go. Scroll up again. The same thing, sideward, right and left. Back to our graphic. By now we've covered virtually everything. Have you seen? We've talked about virtually everything here. Okay, let's go back there again. I talked about formula bar before now, but you didn't even see the function of formula bar. You will see the function of a name bar. Whatever you click, name bar will show it. What about the formula bar? Formula bar will show you your work in the cell. Now let's click one of the cells. Let me type something there. I've typed A. A is here. Maybe let me make it a boy or a ball. What I type here is showing the other formula bar. It's called formula bar. What did I type? Or the active sheets. When you plug the active sheet, the content of the active sheets, active cell. Let me say this one is a girl, and this one is a baby. Then a boy. Now look here. I click on a boy. A ball is showing here. I click on a girl. A girl is showing here. A baby is showing here. That's we call it formula bar because the one you click on, the active cell. The one you click on is called active cell. The cells are many. Look at the cell. All these are cells, but the one you click on is called active cell. We have active sheet. The sheet you have. Active cell, the cell you've clicked, and that's what you show on a name box. Now the formula bar, if you want to add, you want to subtract, let's have a few figures here, few numbers here, 4 or 3. Assuming we want to do addition, I want to add something together, I want to add all of them. What do? I can just come here, click equal to this cell. What about this cell? I click on it, L4 plus, I click on the next one, L5 plus, I click on it. When you click it will write it automatically for the name of the cell. L6 plus, next one, L7 plus L8 plus L9. I press enter. It gives the total here 29. Now look at it, this formula bar. Give me the formula I used. When you click on the figure, that the answer you've got. If it's not ordinary text will show you ordinary number. Ordinary letter will show you normal letter. When you come to calculation, click on the figure, your answer. The formula bar will show you what you added, or the function, the formula you use that brought the answer. As you can see here, L4 plus L5 plus L6 plus L7 plus L8 plus L9, that gives out this 29. Formula bar. And finally, before we go today, I've not talked about dialog box launcher. This formula, when you click on this back to our group, under tabs, under reading, this is a fonts. I need more about the font than what I'm saying here. When I click this dialog box launcher for fonts, it will bring everything about fonts for me to do anything, changes, color or whatever. Let me come to something X, page layout. I need more about page layout. I click on that. Then it comes, I can change whatever I want to change. With these few things we've learned today, I believe you learned something. Don't forget to come back again for the next lesson. Thank you till we meet again. Have a nice time. Bye.